Yo everyone, it's 7th here, and in today's video I'm breaking down how I've created my remix of Dumbo by Travis Scott, tech house style.
Let's go. Ain't nobody poppin' like I do. Pop it through it, drop like I do. Body and steppin' like I do. She had you.
So I'm going to show you exactly how I flipped the vocal, created the groove and created that dark club energy that still feels clean and minimal. Let's dive straight in. So at first I've used the Stems Splitter tool from FL Studio. So if you want to learn how to do this, I will put a link in the description. So I chopped up the vocal quite a bit. So this is the first section from the intro of the track.
Yeah.
And this is the main part of the track.
Ain't nobody poppin' like I do. Pop it through it, drop like I do. Body and steppin' like I do. She had you.
I'm just going to show you some simple mixing tips when it comes to this vocal. First, I've used an EQ, removed the lows, added a dynamic EQ on the mids to make it sound more flat and stable for the Tech House remix. I'm using Gullfoss, which is my go-to AI EQ, to remove some unnecessary and unwanted frequencies. Just makes the sound more natural, so pretty easy. Of course, I'm using some reverb, so there's already added some reverb on the original vocal track. But in this case, I just wanted to add some more ambience, add some more room. And of course, I'm adding some saturation, so subtle saturation to saturate the vocal just a little bit. So without the effects, it sounds like this.
Ain't nobody poppin' like I do. Pop it through it, drop like I do.
So the vocal in this case contains a lot of mids. So this is how it sounds after applying the mixing chain.
Ain't nobody poppin' like I do. Pop it through it, drop like I do.
And by removing those mid frequencies, it just creates some more room for the instrumental, which I'm adding later on. So to sum it up, I'm adding an EQ, I'm adding a bit of distortion, and I'm adding a wide reverb. Next up, the groove, the most important part of a tech house track. So for this track, I've layered a punchy kick using some deep low end, and I built the rhythm around the main drums. So at first, we're starting off with this kick. Then we're adding a shaker. We're adding some clap and heads. We're adding some rides, some reverb percussions, and some effects. So let's have a listen. So that's the first effect, and let's listen to the second section. So I think those drums sound very groovy, but still sound very tight. So that's exactly what we're looking for when creating a tech house track. So next up, the bass line. So for the bass, I wanted to create something that locks with the kick, but still contains a lot of character. So in this case, I used a very simple bass from Serum. And for this track, it's rolling around the root note. So let me show you how I've created this one. So I found this simple preset. So a very sawy, distorted bass. And this is the bass line which is playing. So this one contains some more mids and high frequencies, so we still need to add a sub bass, which contains the low frequencies. For the main bass, I'm also using Kickstar. So right now it sounds like this. So it's already sidechained. But as you can hear, still it needs some more power, some more low frequencies. And this layer is very, very simple. So for the bass line, I'm just using this preset, which is basically a simple sine wave, or sounds like a sine wave, and just contains lows. So very, very simple preset. And I'm also applying the same sidechain. So let's have a listen how it sounds after adding the low frequencies. So as you can hear, it sounds like a full and finished bass line. And I'm simply copying over the same sequence or same melodies which I put into the piano roll as I did for the main bass line. So keeping it very simple. So next up, I'm adding some more effects, some up and down lifters, some fills, for example, like this one. Some transitioning effects. We're adding this stab right here. And we're adding this laser effect. We're also adding this ambience and some sidechained white noise. So combining all these elements, And last but not least, we're also creating a simple build-up for this project. So I'm using some down and uplifters right here and removing some of the low frequencies from the bass. So let's have a listen how the intro sounds. And I've also added a random section from the vocal, which I thought sounds cool. Which you probably didn't notice. You can hear it in the background. So I've quickly guided you through the arrangements. So the arrangement is basically all about tension and release, short breaks, and some controlled build-ups with some effects and some automations. And I think one of the main characteristics of this style is making the drop sound very clean and not add too many elements. So really focusing on dynamics and making sure you're not overfilling the spectrum. So I think that's it. So let's listen to the final result.
Let's go. Ain't nobody rapping like I do. Rapping through a drop like I do. Ready and stepping like I do. 7. She had you. Let's go. Still duck open and try you. Go in on ice. Let's go out of the bias. Get that oyster right on the fire. Waist that marble right on the iron waist. If I did in that fire. In that style. It's been a while. I bet she going. I bet she going. I bet she going. I bet she going. Straight up. I bet she going. I bet she going. Let it fall to the waistline. Just don't waste mine.
And that's how I made my Travis Scott Dumbo Tech House remix. Drop a comment if you have any questions and also make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And if you want to listen to the full remix, the link will be in the description. And also if you want to check out some amazing samples for tech house or melodic house, make sure to check out the Dreams Producer Bundle. I'll put the link down in the description. 100% royalty free and ready to use. So I think that's it for this video. So I hope you have an amazing day, create some awesome tech house remixes, and see you in the next one.